Stall warning, stall warning, stall warning. Get over the eaves! Ha ha ha! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to Blunty Airways Flight BA37. And I'm just noticing for some reason my tail number has reverted to the default instead of the BA37 it should be. Why did that happen? Oh right, the flight sim crashed 20 minutes ago and I forgot to reset those things. Oops-a-doodle. We'll pretend it says BA37 on the tail there. We are flying out of China today through Beijing Airport. That is the correct local pronunciation, by the way. I will hear nobody tell me otherwise. And we are headed to the glory of the Forbidden City. On our way, we will see a lovely temple as well. Another place I have personally visited in real life, so hopefully I can remember enough details about it to see how accurate it is. But again, it is one of those places that was full of tourists, and I would have killed 1,000 nuns just to have that place to myself, all alone at sunset, so I could take some spectacular photos. Because it is a rather interesting and glorious place full of very interesting architecture and history. So, settle back in your seat, keep your seatbelt tightened at all times, and please keep all your belongings well, I don't know, throw them outside of the plane at this point because chances are they'll be flying out there anyway as we hit some rather with weather or take a tight turn or a bit of a rough landing. It's probably safer on the ground out here in the airport than it is in your pockets rattling around inside the cockpit here. Best of luck to everybody. Let's take off. Parking brake off. Power to full. Routine takeoff in the cub at this point. I love this little Sauvage cub. It is a tidy little thing for doing these little tours. 100 knots. 120 knots. Coming alive. In the air. Away we go. Alright, as we pull up there, I will go to main flight menu, bring up my map. And, whoops, let's pull up a little bit more. Pop that out on my second screen. And there we go. Moving on to our... I have to put my mouse back on the main screen, otherwise I lose control. Tourist cam we go. Alright, we just have to roll slightly to heading 2-ish. Or maybe closer to 10.
Beijing approach, Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type.
What's with all this pale blue down here?
Bravo traffic, Savage Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 900 miles southeast, minus 800 feet inbound to land.
I don't remember what that's about. Right, so first point of interest coming up here, the Temple of Heaven. I didn't actually get a chance to visit this in person, but I did see it from the road as we drove by quickly. Someone's pointed out the window and said, "Hey, Temple of Heaven." And I went, oh, okay, it's gone. I saw a briefest flash of the colour sitting up on the hill. And that was about it. But yeah, it's a temple. It's red and blue. It's actually kind of pretty. Look at that. What's a little plinth. Bet you that's never that empty. Bet you that's another one of those places just full of tourists. Alright, now we will adjust our heading slightly to go to our main attraction, the Forbidden City, someplace I have been in real life. And our tour guide was extremely careful to remind us that at no point should we say the words Tiananmen Square, because they're listening. Because of course this is China. He said, don't make jokes about it. Don't even mention it. Guards take things very seriously around here. Alright, so out front here we have a kind of a little tourist area where people sort of gather ready to go into the Forbidden City. I didn't take too many photos out in this place. I was trying out a VR camera at the time and the results were kind of crappy, so I never published any of them. Yeah, here is the Forbidden City proper. The entrance doesn't look quite right, but the rooftops look about right. Well, it's very low resolution satellite imagery apparently. Look at that. Yeah, there should be a bunch of little wooden seats and stuff like that for people to sit on down there. And yeah, you can see you go through various stages, and each stage you've got these little sort of gatehouses you pass through. And I think the idea is the further back you are, the more important you are, leading to the actual, main area, which I'm flying over just here, which is where all the bedrooms are for the fanciest people. Yeah, I'm not terribly impressed by how well this is represented. It's very, very basic, isn't it? In fact, I would venture a guess that this might be automatically generated for the most part, because it doesn't seem like a lot of care has been taken to present it. I mean, some care has been taken, like concrete steps and all that sort of stuff is accurate. Right about here is where the gift shop is. I bought some lovely chopsticks and one of those little glass bottles that is painted from the inside. What are those? But yeah, the exit is just out of this end. And we exited just as the sun was coming down, so along the path that runs parallel to this little lake here, I got some terrific shots looking back at the Forbidden City. So, let's see here. I'm stalling out. Yeah, just from about this angle right here, down on the grounds. The sun was setting behind it. And I got a lovely shot. One of the only shots of the day I got that was almost completely free of other people as well. Alright, so yeah, Forbidden City, not remarkable in its accuracy in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, but again, it's one of those things you kind of have to come see if you're ever in Beijing, because it is very, very crowded and noisy, but very pretty and full of interesting history. I don't think we'll bother with the China World Trade Center over there. It's kind of interesting buildings, but nothing spectacular. But we will, on our way out, fly over the Beijing railway station, because that too is a pretty fancy looking building, at least it should be. Looks like it's mostly represented intact. There we go, I just saw some extra texture pop in. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good, from this distance at least. Again, another building I didn't get to explore, but I did drive past at one point. Yeah, and as far as train stations go, one of my favourites, I think, from the outside. It looks like it's trying to be fancy, but it's just a railway station. It looks like China wanted to be a Grand Central Station, or one of those iconic railway stations. But they just, they got the budget architect to do it. It's trying too hard to look fancy, and I love it for that, because it says everything you could ever need to know about China, I think. Everything's just a bit of a facade. The real China is dirty and noisy and slightly rude. Actually, China's a lot like Sydney in the way the people are. Everyone's just interested in their own thing. They are the most important person in their world, and that's all that matters. Right, so, as for touchdown, I did see we had a nice big little runway in front of the Temple of Heaven. That seems completely appropriate. And not at all disgustingly inappropriate to try and land. Well, no, you know what? You know what? I was going to go for the path in front of it, but I want to land inside. We're going to do a little go around. We're going to see if we can put this little cub down in that tiny little space. For altitude is incorrect. You press the B key to set the altimeter. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that reset. I was taught about that in the tutorial, but I forgot. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, flap, 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 flaps. And it was still too high. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and circle my way down to this, I think. Here we go. This'll work. Surely. Maybe not. Oh. Nope. Nailed it. I want to try that again. That was hilariously bad, but I got closer than I thought I was going to get, honestly.
Zulu Bravo, 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 traffic, Savage, Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra 9 miles southeast, 400 feet inbound to land, runway 36.
Nope. Got too ambitious. One more try.
Zulu Bravo, 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 traffic, Savage, Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra 9 miles southeast, 400 feet inbound to land, runway 36.
Dead stick, dead stick. Put it down. Nailed it. Attention, the bodily remains of whatever is left of our passengers today. We are now on the ground, completely appropriately at a heavenly temple. I'm sure no one will mind. We just dumped our purse all over the ground here. And I'm sure we won't be in trouble with any of the Chinese authorities ever. I'm sure we will be welcomed back with open arms next time we come to this part of the country, and in no way is this horrible and disrespectful, and will forever leave a black mark on my soul. Thank you for choosing Bluntier to fly today. We hope your family gets most of your remains and belongings back in one piece, and we hope you have a lovely and pleasant funeral. May your afterlife be slightly more pleasant than this flight. We know you have a choice in airlines. You made the wrong one. I have confidence we can do this. Let's see if we can get on some sort of glide trajectory here. How's our speed looking? Not so bad. 190 knots or so. We need to wash that off by the time we get closer. We are full flaps. Let's have a look at the nose here. Alright, I am filled with confidence. And ready. Dead stick. And pull, 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 pull. And didn't even plough the nose in on the brake. Attention passengers of this alternate reality where I put the plane down safely. Welcome to the Heavenly Temple in Beijing, China. I hope you enjoy your stay, and I'll be taking off shortly to avoid trouble with the law. Because Chinese cops, no sense of humor. Ladies and gentlemen, after successfully managing to taxi our way around the temple for a takeoff trajectory completely fine, I didn't have to use slew mode at all to reposition myself and then find my way back into the corner here. We are prepared to attempt to take off within the confines of the Heavenly Temple, which again, completely respectful and in no way an affront to all the spiritual beliefs of the wonderful people of China. Let's try. Full stick. Flaps, flaps, flaps. Down, down, down. And stall warning, stall warning, stall warning. Get over the eaves. Ha, ha, ha. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just one thing to say to you. Like a glove!